Oklahoma seek recognition.
Madam Chair, I have an amendment at the desk.
Clerk will report the amendment.
Amendment offered by Mr. Bridenstine of Oklahoma, page 7, line 17. After the dollar amount, insert reduced by $12 million. Page 13, line 21. After the dollar amount, insert increased by $12 million.
The gentleman from Oklahoma is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Chair. My amendment transfers $12 million from the Census Bureau to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration's Office of Oceanic and Atmospheric Research for the specific purpose of weather research. We now know that technology exists that can predict tornadoes over 1 hour in advance. And this technology will move us toward a day when we have 0 deaths from tornadoes. My amendment today will direct funds to research and technology vital to saving lives and property. And I want to thank Chairman Wolf for working with us towards this goal. The $12 million added by this amendment is for weather research in NOAA's Office of Oceanic and Atmospheric Research as authorized in my House-passed bipartisan Weather Forecasting Improvement Act. Specifically, this increase provides for a total of $76 million for weather laboratories and cooperative institutes to advance observational, computing, and modeling capabilities and quantitative assessment tools for measuring the value of data and specific observing systems. The funding will accelerate research, development, and the development of critical technologies like new aerial weather observing systems, transformative global, national, and regional weather models, advancing high-performance computing using graphic processing information technology networks, and observing system simulation experiments to deliver substantial data improvement in weather forecasting and prediction of high-impact weather events, such as those associated with hurricanes and tornadoes. This will save countless American lives in the future and allow our citizens to better protect their personal property. This should be NOAA's highest priority. Another critical part of the Weather Forecasting Improvement Act is a joint technology transfer initiative between NOAA Research and the National Weather Service. I urge the Weather Service to follow through on this House's bipartisan voice vote back in April and transfer the full $20 million authorized in that legislation to NOAA Research to carry out the transition of the latest scientific and technological advances into the Weather Service operations. This will sunset outdated and expensive operational methods and tools and enable a cost-effective transfer of new methods and tools into operations. Madam Chair, NOAA is the only federal agency tasked with providing accurate and timely forecasts. I believe this amendment is a big step forward in reflecting this priority. Again, I am grateful for the Chairman's guidance in working on this amendment, and I am thankful for his leadership on this issue. I hope that we can work together to keep weather research funding at this level when it comes time to conference with the Senate. This amendment will save lives and property. With that, I urge the support of my amendment, and I yield back.
The gentleman from Oklahoma yields back. For what purpose does the gentleman from Virginia seek recognition?
Strike the requisite number of words.
The gentleman is recognized for 5 minutes.
I have no objection to the amendment, and the gentleman's area has been hit. We have all seen the pictures of the towns down in Oklahoma, so I appreciate his efforts and diligence. I just want members to know the Commerce, Justice, Science bill already includes strong funding for the National Weather Service. The bill is $16 million above the request for the National Weather Service. We restored the $10 million proposed reduction for information technology officers at each weather forecast office. We restored a proposed $8 million cut to the Hurricane Forecast Improvement Program. We restored $6 million in proposed cuts to the Tsunami Community Education Awareness Program. And so, but I think the gentleman makes a very, very powerful case, and we will work to make sure that this stays in until we go to conference, because as he said, we can save lives, and that's what we want to do. So with that, I accept the amendment and yield back the balance of my time.
The gentleman yields back. The gentleman, for what purpose, the gentleman from
I rise in support of the amendment and have spent a lot of time and effort on this issue, and I join with the chairman in acknowledging the fact that in the chairman's mark, a very significant investment in the National Weather Service, in our severe weather forecasting activities. And again, the offset here is the U.S. Census. And so even though I support the amendment, I'm going to be seeking and will remain standing a recorded vote, because the House needs to acknowledge that if we are taking money from the census now, there will come a time in which we will have to ante up on our constitutional responsibility. So I yield back. Thank you.
The gentleman yields back. The question is on the amendment offered by the gentleman from Oklahoma. Those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed say no. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes
Seek a
have
recorded
it.
vote.
Gentleman from